Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios. This is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Oh, was it Diddy? Ain't nothing gonna hold me down. I got to keep on moving. Didn't he redo that old song? Yeah.
A lot of Bad Boys hits were remakes.
Right. That's okay.
What people don't understand.
Very few things you hear anymore as original.
Nothing new under the sun.
Hardly at all.
Right.
To go get new, original, good music, you have to go find it.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's out there, but you got to hunt.
You got to hunt. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the last time you discovered a band or a rapper, like, damn, this guy's good. Why haven't I heard him on the radio? Or why haven't I ever heard him?
Oh, I gave up on the radio, especially here in San Antonio. Our radio stations suck.
Well, okay, I take time out. You're right. Never mind. That was a bad analogy. We have the worst radio stations in America collectively.
As far as music, for sure.
And I'm a radio guy. I listen.
Yeah.
I see what else is out there.
Yeah.
Our radio's it's terrible. And it's been the worst for forever.
Decades.
Anyhow, isn't it cool when you do discover some new artist?
It's refreshing.
And you realize he's been around for a minute, but he's just
Then I got to go back and listen to the other shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's not world famous. It's great. Anyhow, how we doing, man? I'm in a good mood today. Ain't nothing going to hold me down.
You must have got some good sleep.
I did sleep well. It was one of those nights where you lay down, you close your eyes, and you open your eyes, and it's the next day.
That's awesome.
It was that kind of sleep. It was good. Not long enough, but, I'll probably take a nap before 5 o'clock because I got to be spry today.
Yeah, for sure.
I've got to have my full energy.
Yeah, same.
I got to be ready to roll.
Same.
I don't want to be crotchety.
You don't want to be grumpy.
I don't want to sit in the corner of Slackers with my back to everybody, pretending to care about some random NBA game. So, no, I'm kidding. I'm excited. It's going to be a good day. This is the first kind of sort of thing that we've done like this, where it's like, come hang out with us and celebrate something. And I will say what I always say before we have these kinds of things, although this one's different because we've not had a 1-year anniversary. If we get 15 people today, I will be ecstatic and thrilled.
I'm thinking 30 to 50.
If we get 10 to 15 people today, I'm going to be ecstatic.
If it's 10 to 15, I'm cussing y'all out on Monday. If we only get 10 to 15 people tonight, don't tune in Monday.
We get about 1,000 views a show. That's what we get. Now, if you go back and look at our shows on YouTube, and that doesn't count Spotify and iHeart and all that. We get about 1,000 views though on the YouTube show itself. Surely we can get 20 out of 1,000 to come by and just say what's up. We want to toast you because we're throwing a party for our viewers. We're throwing a party today for our subscribers and our members and Thunderdome and In the Buildingers and Love You Hard TV fan, whatever you want to call it. We want to say thank you because this is the 1-year anniversary week for Rudy and I together with LG in this current form that is In the Building. And today we want to say thank you, and we're going to have a get-together at 5 o'clock at Slackers, probably the most centrally located of the Slackers, So wherever you live in the area, if you're based in the San Antonio area, this is not a far drive for you, for most people. It's right off 281 and Thousand Oaks. That's where we'll be today. There are 5 Slackers in the area. This one's right off of 281, just south of the 1604 interchange. And we're going to cruise in there today at 5 o'clock, stay till whenever. I've got a $25 gift card from Cafe Don Juan.
You got it?
That I want to give away to the people.
In fact, let me text AD now.
I can confidently say we'll have a gift basket from a certain liquor store chain in town, right, Rudy? I'm confident in saying that we'll give away today.
Yes.
Okay. Do I need to make a stop and buy it myself? I can.
I'll let you know.
I got 3 boxes of Dos Gringos Chupacabra barbecue rub that I need to give away. I'm just going to give it away.
And I have my own personal lick kit I'm going to give away.
Oh, very good. Very good. Okay, good. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. We are thankful to our partners, as I've said this week, as we celebrate 1 year of In the Building. Super thankful to all of our subscribers and members and, of course, our sponsors and advertisers. I don't get up and come up. I like you. We're friends. I like LG. I like him most of the time. But I ain't coming up here every day unless it's working, and it has worked 1 year in. Knock on wood. Thank God for people like Slackers, and we'll be there today. They got a big weekend. They're hosting our little party today. And then the one up in the Med Center tomorrow.
Right now.
Oh, yeah, it's right now.
It's right now.
Okay, very good.
Oh, yeah, it's right now.
Yeah, if you need a place to go have some brunch or look right before lunch, a late breakfast rather, early lunch, got Cowboy breakfast going on at the Med Center location. Steak and eggs, fideo loco, biscuits and gravy, breakfast tacos, free food, Holmes, $1 coronitas. Okay, somebody help me out. What is a coronita?
It's a small Corona.
Oh, okay.
It's like an 8-ouncer.
Oh, wow, for a buck.
I thought somebody misspelled carnita.
All right, thank you.
My
LG.
bad.
All right.
I was about to say, damn, they didn't spell check
Outstanding.
it. I think someone misspelled carnitas. So it's a little, you know what?
It's like a
LG?
tiny bottle.
Yeah, somebody came into Texas here asking me for that the other day. Like, hey, do you got the 8-ounce, 7-ounce Corona? I was like, no, I've never even seen that. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know that existed
I've
until
seen
the
them
other
now
day.
that LG tells me what that is. I know I've seen them before on the shelves. Now I know it's called a coronita.
That's how they trick, not the slackers, but the beer companies trick you into thinking, I'm just going to drink less. Then you look up and you drink 8 of them.
Right, because they're tiny.
So it's still 64 ounces, sir.
Winds up being a 6-pack anyway.
Yeah.
So go have one for $6 because they're only $1 each, and all the breakfast you can handle today until 12 at the Medical Center location on Fredericksburg Road. And then come hang out with me and Rudy at the Thousand Oaks location today at 5 o'clock to say thank you for 1 year in the building. Thank you to Slack.
In your short time here,
Yes, sir.
short time, 30 years later, have you made it out to any of the Cowboy breakfasts? I've never been to one.
I've been 3 times,
Oh, damn.
but it's been a long time.
Though you were going to the one that was at that Western place.
I
off
went to
of
the one that
35.
was in the Rim parking lot.
Oh, see, I thought you went to the one. What's that place called? Damn, country bar. Big ass parking
Cowboys.
lot. Cowboys.
Yeah.
You haven't been to that.
I have been to that one.
You have.
Yes, a long
That
time
was like
ago.
right across the street from the men's club.
Right.
used to
Been
go to
there
the-
too.
Yeah.
Too often in a past life. The first year I got the radio job, I was trying to be
You're
Mr.
trying to
San
get in the
Antonio,
streets,
doing it
yeah.
all. And sales had a big setup because we had some sponsors that had set up at the
Y'all
old.
had people cooking.
Yeah.
Y'all had people actually out there at 3, 4 in the morning cooking
They
and
had
shit.
Charlie Parker out there
That's
doing
right.
a show.
Smoking cigarettes and drinking whiskey at 5 in the morning.
Roll
Rudy.
Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Yeah. Still get I get Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Birthday
From
every
From
single
Charlie?
year from Charlie.
I love Charlie.
without fail.
I love
that
Charlie.
man. Me too. I love that man. So yeah, that's today. We'll be at Slackers, 281 Thousand Oaks. Shout out to the great Charlie Parker, who's I guess semi-retired these days. Over
Is he?
WOAI. But yeah, I went to Cowboy breakfast that first year I was here and had a great time. It was cold and had a good time. Had about 7 tacos and had 1 beer at 8 o'clock in the morning because I was dared to do so. So
I would ask LG, but I know he hates humans, so he ain't never been.
I've been several times.
Really?
Yeah, he's
On jobs.
That's exactly.
getting paid. Yeah, running radio shows.
He ain't going out there to spend his free time, but yeah, he got paid to be there.
Poor
so
LG.
that don't count.
We're painting him as an old curmudgeon.
No, he's like a lot of people. I'm finally coming around to UNLG's side of things.
We're leaving the house ain't worth it.
Not if other humans are going to be there.
It's too early in the morning.
It is, and it's always freezing on Cowboy Breakfast Day. I'm talking about like our winters are weird, but Cowboy Breakfast never fails. It's 2 degrees.
Yeah, right. That being said, please don't avoid the Cowboy breakfast at Slackers
Never
today
do
until
that.
12.
Plus, it's already warming up. The sun's out.
Yeah, that's cool. I've been worried about the weather for our thing today.
It's going to be a good day.
Even though we're inside mostly, they have an outdoor, obviously, location, outdoor section. But we should be like 58, 59 degrees.
59 degrees.
Sunny.
something
Yeah,
like
no
that.
clouds.
I'll say this about the last few days. It's been cold, but they've been beautiful winter days. Like the sun's been shining, like pretty winter days, like
Yeah.
football days.
Right. And if you're in the sun, you don't need a big parka. It's tolerable.
Right.
Yeah. And the shade's been cold, but out in the sunshine, it's nice.
Right.
It's very nice. Reminds me of Colorado. Colorado winters
Colorado
are
is like that.
They have
right?
a lot of sun. It's cold, but it's sunny, and that's good. It's this gloom that
When
puts
it's
me
gloom,
in a
I'm
shitty
just
mood.
like, yo, don't talk to me.
Yeah. I'm not good, man.
Give me
I
the
need
remote.
sun.
Me too.
I need it bad.
I get depressed when it's too gloomy, too long.
Same. I'm fine with it for a couple of days. Then after that, I get I get weird and I've got to have sun or I start getting shitty. You know?
Yeah.
But we've had some sunshine this week. Looking forward to getting to Hawaii next weekend. That'll be a different
I bet.
sun. But
What part?
weather
Honolulu
should
still?
be good. Yeah, we stay in Waikiki. We stay in the same hotel every time because it's close to the beach and it's the cheapest in all of the city.
Look at this. Honolulu, 77, 78, 77, 75. I hate you.
Yeah. But
Beautiful.
And the water's warm too. That's the thing. Like California also is in the 70s, but the water's cold. That part of the Pacific is
Right.
freezing cold. Hawaii's got that tropical, near the equator beauty. You know, it's Eden. So I'm looking forward to getting out there, but not before another full week of broadcasting coming up. And then today, though, I want to say thank you. So I hope to meet 10, 15, 50 people out there today.
50.
Come out there and get your free rub. All right, so thank you to Slackers. All right. Got a lot to do this morning. I'm in no hurry to get off the air. We got a lot to roll through, but we'll roll through it accordingly. What did we say? We said we'd go on the record with NFL picks.
Yeah.
We'll just do that first and get out of the way.
Why not? It's just 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, again,
We'll do scores again.
I always wonder why anyone gives 2 S's about what 2 idiot talk show hosts think's going to happen.
But they care.
Because we don't really know, and no one, but they do. They want to know so they can come and bag on you that Monday when you're wrong. And so here we are, without further ado. Let's just blow through these 2 games on Sunday. The National Football League semifinals are nigh upon us. Let's see. Are the Cowboys in it this year?
Always comes back to the boys.
Ah, geez. The first game will take place in Philadelphia, where all those sorry-ass people will fill up that filthy sewer that
Do
is
you not like Philly fans?
not in the upper deck, dude. That's over the top. That remains by far and away the worst place to sit in all of sports. The upper deck in Philly, not the lower level. Those people have some sanity. But the people that are sitting in the upper deck that are 7 beers in by 9 a.m. and have no shirt on by kickoff, and the people that call people's wives cunts,
Damn.
like happened last game and got a guy banned for life.
For the C word?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Because she had a Packers jacket on and was minding her own business, was there with her husband, and some guy decided to start berating her in the fourth quarter when the Eagles took the lead for good and wound up winning.
Whoa.
He decided to call her a cunt just because she dared show up in her Packers jacket, which was bullshit.
Whoever was banned, they're right to ban him, and he was definitely in the wrong. But if you go into Philly, you go into the link with the opposing team's gear on, expect that.
Correct.
I'm not saying you should be assaulted. I'm not saying you should be
Right.
verbally assaulted.
Correct.
But go in with the attitude like, hey, honey, somebody may call you the C word.
Right.
All right? You going to be okay? Okay.
That's right. Like if I got invited, let's say I, for some reason, decided to go to a Cowboys-Eagles game in Philadelphia, I'd have neutral clothes on. I'd still root for the Cowboys reluctantly.
There's a few,
But
there's
I
a few
wouldn't be up
stadiums
there.
I'm not going in with other gear on. No.
It's kind of like, well, I can't believe Brad Pitt cheated on me. Well, you're dating Brad Pitt, man. You know, you go into the Eagles Thunderdome in the upper deck, you're going to get called to see.
Mike left an upper deck at iHeart as a power move.
I did. That's a different kind of upper decker. And it was a different version too. I didn't want to get terminated. LG, why'd you have to bring this up? So now I have to explain it.
Yeah, because I'm lost.
You've never heard of the Mike Taylor what negotiation period? Okay. So every other year when
We'll get to the scores.
This is how we roll. This is how we break down NFL football. So an upper decker is when you take a shit up on top of the toilet. It's white people stuff, dude.
You did not do that.
No, hang on.
Oh, shit.
What?
Okay.
In its true form, an actual upper decker is when
Dicker.
you take a dump on top of a toilet.
Like you close it
No, up on top of the lid, like up on top of the tank itself.
That's freaking nasty.
As a gag.
I'm listening.
As a prank.
I'm
it's
listening.
nothing I would ever consider doing. I have a college degree. Let's do something like that.
Due to feces.
But what I always did every year, every third year when I would be in a contract negotiation with iHeart, I would take a huge dump in the toilet right adjacent to Peter Bolger's office.
Yeah.
And then in subsequent years, Brian Gans, who took Peter's place when Peter moved. And I would not flush it.
Mike.
I would leave it there as a message to the management to not F with me during negotiations. I know you have this look of disappointment. Look, look, 1 year later, we still get, this is Rudy's face when he gets reminded who he's working with, I guess.
Jesus.
I thought it was excellent strategy.
It worked.
I always got extensions.
You always got an extension.
Yeah, and they knew it was coming. I'd even told Gann, beware. Make sure Rosarita or whoever's coming over tonight to clean the toilets knows that at 4:59, or actually it was 6:59 as I left the door.
Leave at 7.
I would drop a load in there and leave it. Just a message to let them know who ran things up there, at least between the hours of 4 and 7. So, yeah, Jimmy Butler should do that.
No, he shouldn't.
Leave a big deuce in the
Jimmy
toilet
Butler's being
in
a pizza.
Pat Riley's office. So there's my breakdown of the Washington game.
LG threw you a lob.
Thank you. What'd he say?
No, I'm talking about he's the one that brought this shit up.
Well, no, he knows that I have ADHD, and we're cruising down the highway here, and he flashes this little neon sign. Ooh, let's go over here and see this
I
beef
love
jerky.
it. That's why I love this show.
I think that the Washington Commanders are rolling.
It's Friday. You're sticking with this because Tuesday you started this, and I was like, by Friday, I think they'll change his mind.
I thought that their bubble would bust in Tampa.
You didn't have them winning the first.
No.
Oh, no, that's right. And then, of course, we both picked against them for Detroit.
And I thought they were going to get thumped. You had them at least hanging with Detroit.
I had them hanging.
I thought they were going to get run out of the gym. But, man, having watched 2 straight full games of theirs now in a row, and just to see the roll that they're on, I don't think it ends in Philadelphia. I think it continues on to, where's the Super Bowl this year?
New Orleans.
I think it continues. I think that Jaden Daniels is different. Their coaching staff has something going. Their defense is playing well. I think the Commanders go in there and get this thing done. I think they find a way to contain Saquon Barkley enough and put the ball in Channel View's own Jalen Hurts' arms and hands, and I don't think he's up to it because I think he's been hurt for the better part of 3 years and fights through it. I don't think Hurts is going to have a lot of time left in the NFL, to be honest with you. He may have 4 years
he's hurt.
left. And I didn't like the way he looked last week.
No,
he can barely get up.
When they cattle rope tackled his knee, which is supposed to be 15-yard penalty, I didn't know if he was going to come back in the game.
Same. He's tough.
He's a tough SOB.
He's a winner. He gets it. He's the ugliest winner I've ever seen. He gets it done ugly. But, man,
you got the Commanders?
I got the Commanders.
But you got the score. This is in Philly. What's the score?
34-27 in a shootout. I think Washington surprisingly gets up a little early, and the Eagles come back, and we get to a tit for tat. And I'm going to show faith in Dan Quinn, who I love, and Coach Bro, who I love as a quarterback's coach.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Jaden Daniels. And when the Cowboys went in there and beat them earlier this year, that started off a 3-game losing streak for them.
That's right.
I don't know how to explain that.
And remember, there was talks of firing Sirianni in season. And then
in Philly, yeah.
In season.
Right. They all hate him, but the fans hate him because he's such
an
a
ass.
douche.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
But the players effing love him, which is weird. Gimme Washington, 34-27. What say Rudy J?
When I look back at last week, the only thing that I did not like about the Commanders was their inability to stop the run. And they couldn't stop it, didn't have an answer for it, and Ben Johnson said, I'll help you out. I'll let Jared Goff keep throwing the ball.
Yeah.
And even with that, they still had 200 yards rushing.
Mm-hmm. They did.
Sirianni and the Eagles will put their foot on your throat and will run the ball until they choke you out. And they're at home. These two teams split during the regular season, both won at home. I'm going with the home field advantage. I'm going with Jalen Hurts' guts, and I'm going with their ability to run the ball until they choke out the Commanders. And Philly wins a game 24-17.
Okay. So a good game.
Yeah, good game.
I think this is going to be a good
and
game.
Jane Daniels is going to score.
Yeah.
He doesn't turn it over much. He's solid. For right now, he's the real deal. Dan Quinn's been in these situations, been to a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. They're going to be in the game. Philly's not going to run them out, but Philly is going to win the time of possession, and they're going to pound them into submission with the Quadzilla himself, Saquon Barkley. And I can't think of a better guy for it to happen to after the way the Giants did him. Giants did him so dirty. I got the Eagles by 7.
Okay. And and that's the smart pick. I'm going against conventional wisdom here and picking a rookie on the road in the NFC Championship game against a team that wins every year.
Last rookie to make it to a Super Bowl. Rookie.
Hasn't happened. I
think
Dan Marino.
Marino has to be somebody else.
84 Marino.
Has to be someone else. Rookie year?
They'll let us know. Marino, and I think that might be it.
Big Ben didn't make it his rookie year. They were like 14-2, but they don't think they made it to the Super Bowl.
Mm-mm. New England.
No,
did.
I can't think of a rookie.
Yeah. He's awesome, and I love him. And I don't think it's a one-year thing. Did Roethlisberger go rookie
I thought he
year?
lost in the AFC Championship. His rookie year?
Check the history.
Anyway, go
And
ahead.
I don't know, are you sure Marino was a rookie too?
I'm
he
pretty
was
sure.
young.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay. Maybe Marino was second year. Anyway, go
in
ahead.
The AFC Championship game at night at Arrowhead or whatever
At
they call
Arrowhead.
it these days.
It's Arrowhead.
I think it's going to turn into Allenhead Stadium. Buffalo is playing great. Kansas City is being
good.
held up by Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has been as impressive, if not more impressive, than in any other year this year. What does Jared Goff do with that same personnel in Kansas City? They're like 9-8.
If that.
If that.
If that.
I just cannot see him.
Patrick Mahomes laying down horizontally and throwing a touchdown pass. That shit's just in you.
I know.
It's not. There's no quarterback camp for some of his improvisation. There's no
left-handed pitches.
Yeah, it's just some shit. It's almost frustrating. And then he's given the benefit of the doubt because he's the face of the league.
Yeah, well,
but I think the entire country's rooting for Buffalo, which is so weird. I think we finally hate Kansas City.
Sure,
we hate them.
And I love Patrick Mahomes. Hate his team.
Same.
Or just tired of his team.
Tired, fatigue.
Yeah,
they're Alabama.
Yeah.
It's Alabama.
They've become Bama.
It's like, oh, dude, do I want to see this shit again?
Right.
And some people feel like this is Ohio State, Texas. I heard the great Cam Newton say the Super Bowl will be played in Arrowhead. Not giving the NFC a chance at all.
I feel like the Super Bowl was last week.
Buffalo Ravens?
Yeah, really did.
Interesting.
I think the Bills are just playing so well. Josh Allen's playing so good. They've got this, I don't know, chemistry, alchemy, whatever. They're just rolling, man. Everyone's firing. They're rolling. Kansas City's being dragged by Patrick Mahomes. I think the Buffaloes have a chance to go in there and thump them. Give me Buffalo 27-17 in an easy victory over the Chiefs at Arrowhead.
Interesting.
I'm picking the road teams this week. All right, how about you?
I'm going with the Chiefs. My two picks for the Super Bowl when this started was Chiefs Eagles rematch from a couple of years ago, and I think the problem is now. I feel like the offense was here for a long time, and the defense was here. I feel like what Spagnuolo has done has made it come somewhere closer to about right here. And then Patrick Mahomes he's not asked to be a magician anymore. But then when he does those magician plays like last week, it's just gravy. But they have 8 sacks in these playoffs. They already have 8 sacks in these playoffs. And Spagnola's great at dialing up. I mean, last week in the fourth quarter, he threw this safety corner blitz at Houston that they had no answer for. And he just pulled out his hat in the fourth quarter. So Spagnola's, I guess, I don't want to say trickery, but ability to keep you off guard and keep you on your toes, I think their defense is the reason they win this game. And then Patrick Mahomes does what Patrick Mahomes does, makes 7 to 10 plays that are game-changing, and the Chiefs win a really, really close game that didn't decide it until the fourth quarter. Give me Chiefs 28-25.
Damn. Okay.
Another one of those games where we're all at the edge of our couch up until the very last minute.
Love to see it.
I got the Chiefs 28-25 in a close one.
And you know, honestly, and I have Chiefs fatigue, but I love Patrick Mahomes.
I
that's
do,
weird.
from Tyler.
I love him. He's everything you want in a ball player.
I would love to sit down and have beers with Pat.
Right. I just want to see Taylor Swift fall out of the press box and break her legs. You know how, like, I want her to have Dak foot after she hits the pavement.
You're tired of Taylor? They show
tired of her Mickey Mouse bullshit.
They show her a lot.
Squirrely ass little thing. Tired of it. Can't wait for Kelsey to retire so she can get the fuck out of my notification.
No, then they'll be in the box together.
No, she won't step foot in that stadium again
After Travis retires?
No, she don't give 2 shits about that team. I'm glad you brought up Spagnolo. That guy is a lesson in contentment. Coordinators always think they can be a head coach, and teams always they just assume that if you're a good coordinator, then you're going to be a good head coach.
It's not the case, as Wade Phillips.
Rarely the case. It's not what makes you a good head coach.
Right.
Steve Spagnuolo has been a head coach. It's been years. He's never a candidate anymore.
No,
I don't think he wants to.
Because the NFL understands what he is.
He's the highest paid defensive coordinator in the league. He works with Andy frickin' Reid. He has Chris Jones. He has his genius X's and O's ability. And he's got Patrick Mahomes knowing. So his defense just has to be all right. And he's going to be in the AFC Championship game every year. And he's content with that. He's happy. He ain't chasing jobs like Pete Carroll's still doing at 73 or whatever. I'm not saying that's wrong, but credit to Steve for not getting unhappy and, trying desperately, I'm going to go be the Jacksonville head coach. He's happy in Kansas City, and there's something to be said for that. And maybe that's ultimately Coach Bro. He probably would like a second shot as a head coach, Cliff Kingsbury. But maybe he realizes this is what I do best. This is my calling.
Right.
And they're paying me $3 million. I've got Jaden Daniels here.
Right.
As long as I don't do something stupid or bang the owner's wife or whatever, which it's Cliff, so you have to be careful.
You gotta watch that. You don't want no Ime Udokas in there.
Cliff is a man about town. As long as he doesn't do something stupid, he's got Jaden Daniels as a rookie.
Right.
Ride that out. Oopsies, you dropped fake Rudy.
Damn.
Ride that out. There's no. I think I may have caused that by banging
It's
the
all
table.
good.
Sorry.
He doesn't belong here anyway. That's what he gets.
You brought up Spagnuolo, and he's the best defensive coordinator in the league, probably, if Vic Fangio's not in Philadelphia. But he ain't chasing head coaching jobs anymore. He's accepted what he is, and there's nothing wrong with that. Luis Flores, I will gladly accept your $5. Thank you. Buenos dias in the building, and members watching the show while I am supervising my crew. I pick Washington and Buffalo. Thank you and be safe. Thank you, Luis.
Nice picks. I think a fair question to ask. You got your Vince Lombardis, Tom Landry, Chuck Noll, some circles, Jimmy Johnson, Bill Parcells.
F you, Adrian. I hate Taylor Swift. Go ahead. Sorry. My bad, Rudy.
When he was with the Eagles, he went to 4 NFC titles in a row.
Who's that?
Andy Reid.
Oh, Andy Reid, yeah.
He's now at his 7th
here we
AFC
go.
title in a row.
Mhm.
He has 3 Super Bowl rings, maybe 4 in a couple of weeks.
I think he may have 1 or 2 as an assistant too.
Where we don't even mention Andy Reid.
I
Is
know.
it because he's had Patrick Mahomes, or we're just kind of like, yeah, whatever? But I didn't even bring up who people consider the GOAT, Bill Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Belichick had Tom Brady, and we never held that against him. Where are we putting Andy Reid in all of this? That's when you think about it. He's had a stint where he's had 11 conference championship games in a row. He's been to 5 Super Bowls. Went to 1 with Philly. Been to 4 with the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Reid's got to be top 3 by now,
All time? Sure.
right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Got to be. And he lost the Super Bowl to Tom Brady by 3.
Mm-hmm. I know. You know what's funny? He's so opposite from Belichick too, personality-wise.
Oh, we love Andy.
We love Andy. But it's not
Is
because
he too jolly? Is that why we don't take him
maybe,
serious?
which is that's our problem. Because I'll guarantee you the guys in that locker room wouldn't say, oh, he's soft and jolly. They'd say, I don't want to let him down. I love that man.
Oh, he's fat.
He isn't.
Really fat.
I just think, Belichick led with that iron fist.
And we like that shit, like
He led
Saban.
with
We
fear.
like it.
Mm-hmm. Al Capone once said, you can rule by love or you can rule by fear. You've just got to know who your people are. It depends.
Well, we're next 4 years is gonna be by fear for us. That's what our
This little company?
no, our country.
Oh.
Country's led by fear. Our country's definitely gonna be led by fear over the next 4 years.
That's a whole different
I ain't
topic.
going there, but Andy, we got to give Andy some flowers.
You're
man.
all right, man.
But he has Patrick Mahomes.
I know. That's the reason we don't.
But we didn't hold it against Belichick for having Brady.
What's the last? What? Okay.
But I think Brady's first 3
yeah.
were because of Belichick, and then the last 4 were because of Tom.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because Brady was kind of a game manager those first 3.
Yeah, I mean, we still love Pop, although he had Timmy.
Phil Jackson had Mike, Kobe, and Shaq.
Sure. I mean, that just kind of goes with it.
Yeah, true.
But Andy is now he's been to the biggest game you can get to with 2 franchises. Pop didn't do that. Belichick didn't do that. Maybe we are underrating Andy Reid just a tad. Maybe. Jason, $4.99. Thank you. Who would you have for a president, GM, and head coach if you were an owner? Like the whole league started over? That's a great question.
Give me John Lynch.
Okay.
President, give me the gentleman that runs the Rams,
Okay.
and Mike Tomlin.
I like it. You just picked. I like it. Give me Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones. Howie Roseman is the president of the Eagles. I don't know that, and I just don't think it gets much better than him. Maybe there's a tie for first with 3 or 4 people. This guy, my Commanders, they just hired Lynch's assistant, Peters. What's his name? Mark Peters, I think his name is
Oh, yeah.
Peters. In 1 year in Washington, here they are in the NFC Championship game. That's the other thing. The timeline of the Commanders' success. I'm not answering Jason's question because it's impossible. But just thinking on this stuff.
Tough.
The Commanders a year ago were dog shit. 1 year ago, dog shit.
In utter disarray.
Disarray.
It was awful.
That 3-man ownership group had just bought the team. I can't think of the primary owner's name. He also owns the 76ers. And I think he owns the New Jersey Devils, the major owner of the Commanders.
You're talking about? Oh, okay, yeah. Go ahead.
So he's the lead player in Washington. He takes over. He hires a president. The president then brings in the best possible GM candidate. When they go and basically buy San Francisco's assistant GM, Peters. This is a year ago. Then they fire Ron Rivera. They wanted to hire the guy that wound up going to Seattle.
Oh,
But
yeah.
he took the Seattle job, and so they settled for Dan Quinn. You know, that's the guy they settled for, you know, because they're interviewing the best possible people. Imagine that you have a president and a GM,
They didn't
and then
interview
he
Schottenheimer?
goes and interviews the best possible people there are, and
They
then
didn't
lets
interview
that guy
Kellen
do it.
Moore?
No,
They didn't interview Leslie
I don't
Frazier?
think Les Frazier got an interview last year. They bring in Dan Quinn, and it's like that you hire one excellent person, he hires an excellent person under him, and he hires an excellent person under him. So you went from Peters to Dan Quinn, who then knows, I need a great coordinator. Let me go get Cliff. You bring in Cliff, and they got the number 2 pick in the draft. They know the Bears are going to take Caleb Williams, and there's Jaden Daniels. Dude, it's amazing what happens when you hire the right guy at the top.
Yeah.
That success trickles down. That's a year ago, and here they are. This just proves you can get good in a hurry in the NFL if you do the right things.
Amen.
I brought Jason's question back to the Cowboys. You know how it goes.
You got to.
God almighty.
Am
All right.
we got some breaking news?
I don't know. Do we? Is Pete? I don't know.
I don't know if
Yeah.
that's true yet.
I don't know.
wait.
All right, wait. All right, show brought to you in part by Jay Ribaldo, my man Jay Ribaldo.
What up, Chicky Jay? Jay Ara.
Jay Ribaldo. He's got houses for sale. He's
Land,
got
houses,
land for
everything.
sale. He's a Texas land man. It's Jay Ribaldo from San Antonio, Texas, the official real estate. It'd be funny if we hired a voice guy to do these. He might like it. There's Jay. Look at these stats here for the month of December. Once again, we continued to clear and away, lead the state, not even close, for lowest median home price. Look at frickin' Travis County. $520,000 is the median home price. Houston's still at $328,000. Dallas up to $365,000.
I'm shocked Dallas. With Dallas, the only way that's true is if they're including surrounding areas, right? I'm shocked.
That's county.
I'm shocked
That's
that
the county.
I'm shocked Dallas is higher than Houston.
That is the county.
Okay.
And then there's little old Bear County. Median price, $295,000. That's it. So it's the best city in the state. It's the best big city in the state for sure. Best big county, I should say. That's Bear County, not just San Antonio. So go to Jay's website. It's Ribaldo.com. Call this guy. He is our real estate man. He needs to be yours. 210-887-1081. The website is Ribaldo.com. You can hit him up at jribaldo@kw.com. All right, it is now official. Pete Carroll and the Raiders have reached an agreement on a 3-year deal with a 4th-year team option to make Pete Carroll the new head coach of the Vegas Raiders. Adam Schefter had that first just now from Mickey.
I ain't crazy about this. I just feel like there's the trend around the league is, and that doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it that means it's the only way to do it. But there's nobody else. Pete Carroll had Dan Quinn, Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, Earl Watson,
Russell Wilson,
Bobby Wagner, Michael Bennett, Marshawn Lynch. Is Pete Carroll a good coach?
Yes, Pete Carroll's great.
Okay.
The organization he just signed up for is dog shit.
It is. And they got a beautiful, beautiful stadium.
You know who this is? This is a Tom Brady hire. That's what this is. This is a
Tom
Brady
did reach out to Belichick.
This is
Why
a
are they letting the
Brady
2% guy make calls? Because he's Tom?
because he's Tom. He's 2% on paper. He's 80% in that office.
I like it.
That is a Tom Brady hire. Now, Matt says Pete will hire great people that will hire great people. Granted. And that's true. I like Pete Carroll a lot. And he's a West Coast guy, so he's in Vegas, which is West Coast-ish. And he's going to work with Tom Brady. And if they can find a quarterback, but that's been the problem in Vegas and Oakland and L.A. for 30 years. They cannot. And they had Carr for a minute, and Carr reached his ceiling pretty quickly. I love Pete Carroll, but he's 72 years old, and is he going to be there for 4 or 5 more years? He's in terrific health. I told you I've seen him shirtless on the beaches of the Hell's Gate.
Yeah.
I love him, but that organization just seems like they've been the Dallas of the AFC for years.
Are they still rolling with Gardner Minshew up there?
I believe so. But this
I don't care who
today
the coach
is
is.
the Raiders saying we're serious. Mark Davis, to his credit, it took him 10 years after his dad died, but he's finally realized I need to let others come in here and do this. So he brings in Brady. Now Brady wants Pete, and that's what happened. So they've been the Cowboys of that conference for years. Not anymore. The Brady hiring as the part-time owner or whatever it is, and then the decision to bring Pete in says that they're finally serious about doing something great. So, but if Pete Carroll rolls out Gardner Minshew, it's going to be the same shit. Antonio Pierce got fired when he had nothing. How long did he last? Year and a half?
Year and a half.
Not long enough in Vegas.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
So good luck.
It's almost as bad as what they did to Mayo in New England. Like, why didn't y'all just hire Vrabel last year? Since we're
Right.
on? Like, that's who you wanted.
Right. Stupid.
Stupid.
All right, so Pete Carroll to the Raiders. There's that. All right. It is insane. I've said it forever, and I'll continue to say it. You do not have to have a Rhodes Scholar ship to run an NFL team. There's a lot of dumbasses that run NFL teams. All right. Before we move on, I wanted to get into the proceedings in Paris. Do y'all want to do a in the building Super Bowl pot? I will run it if y'all want to do it. Pot. Super Bowl pot.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Y'all want to do a Super Bowl pot?
Yeah, I'm down.
All right. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go print up a sheet today when we get off.
Who, just me, you, and LG, or are we doing it with the
No,
listeners?
everybody.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. How much you want? $2? Make it cheap.
10.
$10. Okay, we can do it.
Wait, per square?
Yeah.
Oh, no, 2.
$2
Yeah,
for fun.
2. Yeah, it's for
we'll
fun.
do one for
Let's
fun.
do 2. Yeah.
All right. $2 a square. I will bring. Should we put a cap on it? I don't want some guy showing up with $100 and wanting 50 squares.
You can only do 3.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
Hold it. All right. So I will go print up a thing today and bring it to Slackers today at 5, and we can start signing up for a pot.
All right.
All right. Let's do a pot. Y'all jump in there. You don't.
They said $5 a square. Maybe we should make it an even number.
$5
That
is
ain't
easy.
even. That's odd.
Want to do 5?
Let's do 5.
But it's a whole number that I can. It's a subtractable and
That's
addable
easier,
number.
right?
Yeah, it's easier.
Let's do 5.
All right, $5. All right, $5 per square in the building Super Bowl pot.
What do we get for $10?
I will run it. You get 2 squares. I will run that, and I'll bring the squares out here today. Okay, yesterday in Gay Paris.
Looked like the Pacers had enjoyed Paris a little bit
In
too much.
France.
It looked like the Pacers were enjoying. They've been enjoying Paris. They went up there like, "Hey, man, if I had 82 games and you send me to Paris, I'm gonna have a good time too."
Here's the dumbest thing I've said in a long time. Watch out for these Pacers because they're put out
Well,
by
they didn't
being
give a
second
shit.
fiddle.
They didn't get. I'm not trying to take anything away from your Spurs, but it was clear that the Pacers went to Paris to enjoy Paris.
Let's see how they do tomorrow. They play again tomorrow. The Spurs yesterday laid the wood
Beat
to
them
the
by
Pacers.
30.
And Wemby had 30 and 11 and 7 and 5 and damn near
2
just
and
did what
1.
he does.
Yeah.
Viva la France!
And was absolutely sensational. It's been a good week for the Spurs there. I thought they may be distracted because Wemby's home. He had all the team over to his mama's house and they had a big dinner. And
That's cool.
that's great. And he had a lot of pressure on him because he couldn't have a stinker game in front of the home crowd. They said yesterday that they had tickets bought in 53 different countries for this game. Good Lord.
You see what I'm saying? That comes back to Wednesday show.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta find a way to win.
Soon.
Remember Yao Ming wouldn't even be playing and would be voted an all-star?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I present to you Victor Wembanyama, a.k.a. Yao Ming Part 2.
Right.
He's that big, literally.
Right. I don't know if he's that long, LG. He's that big.
Big old long black one.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Is that one you found in the archive?
Yes. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all catch that drop? I'm so happy. I felt like a little kid who found a cookie.
Big old long
I
black
have
one.
scoured the earth trying to find big old long black one. I want to thank somebody. Inside sources helped me out on this.
Don't say his name because maybe he's not
I'm
supposed
not.
to do that. Okay.
But thank you to who you are, and you know who you are for that. The return of big old long black one. Thank God. I feel whole again. I really do. All right, so Wemby was sensational. The Spurs played great. Devin Vassell had a good game. How about that? Steph Castle got to start and played minutes, and Jeremy Sohan got to play too, Rudy. It wasn't one or the other.
You don't have, they both can
Imagine
play.
that when you play them at the same time with Wemby and change your rotation. They beat the shit out of Indiana. Whether the Pacers were
They're in
tired
playing in the snow.
or whatever, they got some good-looking black girls in Paris too.
This is the NBA.
A lot of
sir.
models.
This is the NBA. They
What
play
are you
in the
saying?
snow.
The only black women they like are their mamas.
Yeah.
And Tyrese
not true.
Halliburton, he has a reputation.
Hey, where are the white women at?
God, it's unfortunate. So that was great, and that was awesome for one day. Wemby did it for the hometown fans. They'll play again tomorrow. I look forward to seeing how that goes.
Yeah.
Here's my message for Victor Wembanyama. Save some of that for the United States. You know,
Well, he's in front of his folks. So
you're
he
in
had
front
to
of
get
your
busy.
folks.
He had to get busy.
He got busy. You know what made Tim Duncan separate from most others? Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, these kinds of people.
They do it anywhere.
It didn't make a shit where they were,
Didn't
who
matter.
they were playing, what time of the year it was.
I'm coming out to take care of business.
Tim Duncan was
coming
the
to kill you.
same man
Coming to kill you.
every effing game.
Coming to destroy you.
Right. Kobe was the same man every effing game.
And Wemby said that's what he wants to be, that.
Then go do that. That's
Right.
great what you did yesterday. You need to be that every single night.
It's unfortunate, Wemby, but that's what
That's
you're
the
one of
standard.
you're one of the chosen ones.
That's correct. That is the standard. Now, they need to do right by him by making the team better around him. You know, you want to rule the West. You want to have hegemony over the NBA and the world, as Rudy's saying, this global icon thing we got here.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be the same dude every game, whether it's in Paris in front of your mama or it's February in Sacramento against the Kings. You got to do that every single night. Not to suggest that he's ever laid down, but he clearly came to kick ass yesterday because of that. And that's great that he's got that gear. Still learning how to play the game at his size. Let me say this too, and I said, yeah, and I've been on a rant this week how I want them to go get him some better guys around him. There ain't one guy on that team's won a championship, is there?
Nope. I think Harrison Barnes won
Golden
one.
State?
Because they lost in 2016. 2015, I think he was on that team.
I love Chris. He's never won the title.
Never, only been to one final with Phoenix. He was up 2-0 on the Bucks, and they ended up losing. Yeah.
I need better players around Wemby. I need guys that play good with him. I still don't know that Devin Vassell is a great compliment to him. Sohan's an awesome compliment to him. I love Jeremy Sohan. I don't want to trade Jeremy Sohan. I don't want to trade Steph Castle, but I need stars. And it's gonna. If you want stars, you're gonna have to trade guys you don't want to trade.
And it has to be a star that's willing to come in and know. Like
Right.
when Shaq went to Miami, him and Kobe had already had it out, and he kind of figured out where he messed up.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes to Miami and lets D-Wade know day one, this is your team.
Mm-hmm.
Which is so stupid. I hate that, but it's a real thing.
It is.
So even if we do get a star that comes in here, he has to know that it runs through Wemby. You can get yours, but it runs through Wemby.
Right.
So it's it's a two-part thing. Getting the star and also getting the star that doesn't mind being Robin.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, time to do some punching today, presented by Orlando Kell, the official family lawyer of In the Building. He also brings us people I want to punch each and every day. Would you like to go first?
Yeah, I want to punch myself and the city of San Antonio for not casting enough all-star votes. I know it's split up now, but Wemby, some people may say it is a snub. When you look at, I'll throw LeBron to the side, but at this point in his career, considering he hasn't done anything since he left Golden State, and I love the guy, but Kevin Durant shouldn't still be starting in the NBA All-Star game. That's supposed to be Wemby's spot. We didn't even go out and vote enough. So I felt like Wemby should be a starter just off of, because it is what it is. It's not the best player. It's a popularity contest. But when I look at the West and I see Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, I'm like, damn, the NBA does have a problem when the old guys are still winning all the votes. You know what I mean? Like Steph's been around forever. LeBron's been around forever. LeBron's been around since 2003, and he still led in all votes. So maybe the NBA have a bigger problem than they should. So punch myself and all of San Antonio for not making Wemby a starter. Because now you leave it up to these coaches where they say, well, yeah, you know, when you're talking about the reserves, which I'm pretty sure they vote them in, well, the coaches pick them, but you just never know. Because I remember, 2 days ago, I was like, hey, Wemby's probably going to be a starter. We got to fix this shit, and he ends up not being a starter. So it is what it is.
He's going to make the squad, though, I think, this year.
I think he gets a coach's pick.
Yeah. Right there with you. I want to punch Rob Manfred, the commissioner of Major League Baseball.
I thought you were warming up to him.
I like him a lot. He's a great commissioner. He needs to stop this bullshit where the writers that vote for the Hall of Fame get to do so anonymously. If you get to vote in the Hall, your name needs to be on it. Yesterday, Shohei Ohtani. I'm about to talk about Shohei in a minute.
Me too.
Ichiro Suzuki. Ichiro, in his Hall of Fame press conference, said he wants to invite the one person that did not vote for him for the Hall of Fame to his home for a chat and a drink. Love that.
Because he's like, it's bullshit.
It's bullshit. Ichiro was one vote away from a unanimous voting into the Hall of Fame. Only an asshole who can do it anonymously decides not to vote for Ichiro for the Hall of Fame.
I just want to know. I would just want to know why.
The answer, there's no good answer.
But see, some 84-year-old writer he'll give you some reason. He's just like, you know what happens in these situations? His favorite ball player of all time didn't get unanimous, so he had to make sure Ichiro didn't.
Stupid.
Which is messed up.
Messed up. 6 people didn't vote for Nolan Ryan. One person didn't vote for Derek Jeter.
Inconceivable.
The fact that baseball continues to allow these writers to
hide behind
if you're
their
going to
keyboard.
let writers vote your Hall of Famers, that's fine. But this anonymous stuff is bullshit. They need to put their name on it. I want some names. If you don't have the balls to put your name on your ballot, then you shouldn't be allowed to vote. Shouldn't be pricing voting for presidents for Hall of Fame for baseball. Your ass ought to put your name on that shit.
Agreed.
And Rob Manfred needs to work on that. All right, Orlando Kell, he brings us people I want to punch each and every day. There may be some times where you've woken up wanting to punch your wife right in the forehead.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. It'll mess you up in court. Play it smart. If you decide to get divorced, it is a business. Then now, I know there's emotion, all this kind of thing, but divorce legally is simply an arbitration hearing. It's a business negotiation. That's all it is. And Orlando don't have all that pent up emotion you got, so turn it all over to OK.
What up, OK?
It's gonna be all right with OK. Orlando Kell, the official family lawyer of In the Building. Thank you. Call him up if you need a family man. He's been doing this for over 25 years. His dad posted a picture of a young Orlando when he was at UT Law 30 years ago or whatever it was, and tweeted it. I retweeted it. Do you see it? You don't tweet much.
I know. I need to get back on X.
I should have sent this to LG
I've
to
been
post.
neglecting X.
Maybe I'll have LG post it Monday. Look, can you see that? That is a young Orlando
Texas
Kell
Law, baby.
with his UT Law shirt on, probably 30 years ago. That dorkwad right there winds up being one of the biggest bad sons of bitches in Bexar County. Orlando Kell's our guy. He should be yours too if you need a family man on your side. 210-775-4995. You can email him directly. He'll take on Aggies too. He just happened to go to UT Law. It's orlandokell@gmail.com. orlandokell@gmail.com. Thank you to Isaac III. Just gave us $20. I appreciate you hard.
I want to give a soft punch to Spurs broadcast for having the guys wear French berets and having TJ Ford look like he wanted to be anywhere but there. The chat has been asking us about TJ Ford and why the regular crew wasn't there. I mean, dude, when you're Sean Elliott, you've been around the world 39 times. You ain't.
Sean went.
Yeah.
Did you? They had this weird. He was like reporting from the courtside.
They're trying things. But when you've done a million games, you don't have to do them all.
So they had Jacob Toney and former UT great TJ Ford. I guess they were at the arena and they made a studio for him. They didn't go to Paris. They had him here calling the game, which was odd.
Right.
And I was going to slam them for being cheap and not sending their TV guys to Paris, but then I looked into it. The Pacers didn't send their guys to Paris either. They're having them do games. They were watching a monitor like you and I could do. They were watching TV and calling the game.
Security?
I doubt Bill Schoening went to Paris. I should have texted him. Bill probably did the game from WAI Studios, watching TV and calling the game on 100,000-watt radio station. Cut the cost, I guess. So people have been bagging on TJ. Look, TJ, has he ever called a Spurs game before? Has he ever broadcasted a game? Because I want to talk more about Jacob Toney.
Toby.
Jacob Toby. I haven't watched a full game in a minute. What do you mean March?
We're giving him till March to get his feet wet.
I don't want to give him
kid.
He's in the NBA. You want to get your feet wet? Go call chick ball in the WNBA or go call the Austin Toros.
He's not bad, Mike.
He ain't good.
He did call the Austin Toros.
Oh, he did?
Oh,
before this.
He should have kept calling them. You want me to wait another month? I ain't going to change my mind. Jacob Toby.
Yeah.
He's not good.
He's not Bill Land, but that doesn't mean he's not good.
He ain't me. Big old sniff. He's not great. It's not entertaining. It's boring.
First timer. Give him some time.
You don't get to be a rookie when you call NBA games. There's 30 of those things. If you're one of the 30 people on the planet that get to call games,
on the planet,
you need to be really, really, really good. Like, excellent. Mike Breen is the voice of the Knicks on TV. All right? We ain't that.
No, who is Mike? Mike Breen's a legend.
Right, but he didn't have no rookie year 30 years ago. He was a bad father mucker from day one. That's why he's doing network. My long buddy, Mark Followell, long friend of mine, does the Mavericks games. Been doing Mavericks games for 18 years on television, 19, almost 20. Mark's awesome. The Pacers guy is awesome.
The Charlotte guy is funny.
Right.
He's funny.
I'm not bashing. Okay, he's not great, Justin. He ain't great. He's not good. That's it. Jacob Toby's not very good.
You're allowed to have your opinion.
You think he's good?
Solid.
Okay.
Solid.
Do you have the NBA TV package?
Yeah.
Go watch some games tonight over the weekend and listen to 4, 5, 6, 7 different games and then compare him to this. Not good. They need to let me and Rudy do like a Spurs, like an alternate cast. No way they'd ever do that.
No, Manning cast.
They don't have the balls. They don't want to. They want right down the middle.
You want some apple pie?
Hand the ball off with a case of apple pie.
In. Wipe your shoes off. Come on in. We were having dinner. We're about to pray.
Right. They want live, love, laugh calling their games. And that's what they got. It's not good. Wemby was terrific, but the broadcast sucked. All right. It did. He's not great. There's nothing about him that stands out. Oh, it's Jacob Toby. No. All right. We've been doing this show for 1 hour. I've not mentioned this yet. I'm reluctantly going to bring this up.
Oh, shit. It must be Cowboys related.
And let me be petty and be the first one to say that it looks like they're about to hire Brian Schittenheimer as the next
Is that
head
what we're
coach.
going to call him?
Yeah, the
I'm down to roll with that.
Jacob Toby of head coaches in the NFL
I'm down to roll
is
with
about to get the
Schittenheimer.
job.
I'll roll with Schittenheimer.
Come on, man. Brian Schottenheimer apparently is in the driver's seat to be the next head coach of the Cowboys. Unless Jerry plans on doing a bit and hiring Dion the week before the Super Bowl, it looks like it's going to be Schottenheimer. And a lot of that is because Dak likes him.
I have a feeling this is going to break on Sunday during the Washington-Philly game. That's what Jerry's going to do.
Dave Campbell's the worst head coaching hire they've ever made. This would top that.
Chan Gailey?
Now, at least Chan had called plays.
Yeah.
And then, this guy didn't even call plays for the Cowboys. He's called plays in other towns and got fired every time. What are we doing here, man? You know, we're appeasing the 82-year-old owner that has shit stains in his britches because he's 82 and can't walk very good. That's what we're doing. I don't come in here and soft serve, baby.
No, we can't.
This is the truth. This is the worst Cowboys coaching hire they've ever made, and it ain't close.
If they hire Schittenheimer.
If that's what they roll with. Kellen Moore, I don't want him either. I'm not excited by him. He's at least, I'd rather have him than Brian Schottenheimer. Maybe they are going to hire Kellen Moore. They're just waiting on the Eagles' season to finish.
Might be Kellen.
Maybe it's going to be Kellen Moore, and they're throwing Schottenheimer's name out there just so we'll get so upset about that we're happy to have Kellen Moore.
But if Kellen ain't coming with Saquon and A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts,
right.
I don't want him. If he ain't coming with Saquon Barkley, I don't want him.
And if I'm Kellen Moore, do I really want this job? Why would you do that?
I'd almost rather stay as the Eagles' offensive coordinator.
Yeah, this goes back to being content, like Steve Spagnuolo in Kansas City. You got a good thing going, man. Why would you go work for the Joneses? They ain't going to pay you. He's not going to make this massive raise by going to the Cowboys.
It's like you said about the broadcasters. There's only 32 of these things, and if they give you a chance, you got to take it.
But it's going to ruin his career, though, Rudy.
He'll be able to be a coordinator again. Coordinator, not head coach. He'll be able to be a coordinator again, especially if Philly ends up winning the Super Bowl.
Not since Jimmy, as an ex-Cowboys head coach, got another job in football. Not as a head coach.
No,
he'll never be a head coach
he'll
again.
never be a head coach again. No,
Never.
No.
And the Giants, because they're stupid, hired Jason Garrett, and he went up there and ruined their offense for 2 years. It's insane. The Dallas Cowboys, when it comes to personnel, don't know their own asses from last Tuesday because they have an insane, psychopathic, narcissistic piece of shit who runs that thing who they don't, and his son's the same.
Sure.
Had his son, if I thought his son was going to be a huge upgrade, then he would have taken the keys from Grandpa by now. But the fact that he's not taking the keys from Grandpa tells me he's going to drive the same kind of way. So when Jerry drops dead, Steven ain't going to do nothing but the same status quo. Ugh.
Yeah.
I just want to be entertained. That's all. I don't have any faith in what they do as far as winning. I just want to be entertained. Even if Dion flamed out, at least it's Dion, and I like him.
Totally
There's
different.
entertainment value. What does Brian Schittenheimer bring to the table that makes you want to rally? Oh, I'm gonna go okay, I'm back. All right, I'm back. All right, I'm back.
They're gonna drop. Cowboys have the ability to drive you to drink,
Right.
make you want to drink.
Yeah. All these. I thought maybe Jerry realizes this will be my last hire. I'm gonna be heading to the upper room.
The upper room.
Ooh.
Good life
And
reference.
I thought he might make a splash. And
He will. He's going to announce the hire during the Eagles-Commanders game.
yeah, but if it's Brian Schottenheimer, it ain't a splash. It's a pebble drop.
No, it's a splash because we can talk shit about
It
him.
opens up the door
Right.
for him to get criticized. Pull me back in by hiring Deion Sanders. Hell, Pete Carroll would have excited me some.
Sure.
But no way Pete's going to go work for that.
No.
That's the other thing. No one like Pete's going to go work for that. And if I'm Deion, do I want to work for that? You are the king of the castle. in Colorado.
In Boulder, though.
So why not hold out for something else? Go somewhere where there's a future. There's no future there with Dak as the quarterback for the next 3 years. There's no future in Dallas. You're Dion. Just keep winning in college.
Because if you're the guy that gets it over the hump, look at how we look at Jimmy.
But that's not possible.
Look at how we look at Tom Landry. If you're the guy that could end the 30-year drought, like that's in the back of everybody's mind because they're that cocky. You don't get to this level not being confident. Cocky's the wrong word. And Dion thinks very highly of himself. And if first of all, I don't think they're going to offer it to him, but if they offer it to him, that's what's running through Dion's mind. I could be the guy that saved us from the 30-year drought.
Dak's going to win playoff games next year because
No,
Dion's the
it'll be
coach.
Shador.
They're going to have to. That means that you're going to have to bench Dak with 3 years left
In a
on his
year or two.
contract. And I don't want Shador playing with the Joneses either.
I don't know if Shador is even going to be that good, but anyway.
All right. I want to say thank you real quick to a couple of. I got barbecue teams have signed up, and I'm thankful. I know it's January, and we're getting ready for our big thing today at Slackers, but we've got barbecue teams coming in, y'all. Here are the names of the 6. We got 6 teams. I thought it was 7. Now it's 6. 6 teams have signed up this week for barbecue teams for May. Mestizo team. Mestizos.
Okay.
Never Enough Time. The Marbach Miracles. The Macaulay Gang Cookers. The Macaulay Gang Cookers? Okay. Mucho Smoke It Easy. And AJ Monair Barbecue Team. So far, we don't have Slap D's or Spank My Meat or Smoke My Meat or Grill My Meat.
Beat my meat.
Beat My Meat. So the names are all pretty tame so far.
Pretty Christian.
So thank y'all that have signed up for teams so far. Do I need to go get you're going to bring a lit kit, right?
Yeah, Texas Cheer Liquor.
Right, Texas Cheer Liquor, the official liquor store of In the Building, will be providing a gift basket today.
Yeah, I texted him during the show. He told me, where are we? I said, hey, when can I pick up that gift basket and what store? I got you today around noon. What store? He told me 7 or 9, which are both by my crib.
Okay.
So I'm going to go get it.
All right. Yes. Very good. Excellent.
So thank you to Texas Cheer Liquor. I'll probably have my wife run the raffle table. I got some raffle tickets.
Okay.
So make sure when you come in, you get your raffle ticket. And throughout the night, we'll raffle off the Cafe Don Juan.
Okay.
We'll raffle off the rub.
Yeah.
We'll raffle off my lit kit. And then the gift basket will be the big one. We'll raffle that off last. So we'll have about 4 raffles.
Sounds good. All right. Very
Perfect.
good. All right. So come see us today at 5 o'clock at Slackers. And before you do, you can't drink this.
Right.
Slackers is a bar. Don't go get the specials at Texas Cheer and pop the bottle.
No, that's ghetto.
Save that for the weekend.
Right.
But if you need some hooch at the house for these 2 big football games Sunday or whatever it might be, January specials continue to roll for the rest of the month at all 7 Texas Cheer Liquors, including the $12.99 Fireball bottles, Martha Stewart's Shard, 2 different flavors, the 19 Crimes edition she's a part of, for $4.99 a bottle for a full bottle of wine. And then Svetka vodka for that big bottle, just $13.99 at all 7 Texas Cheer Liquors in and around the San Antonio area for the rest of the month of January. And as always mentioned, In the Building, and get 5% off. All right, couple of parting shots here.
What up?
So I've assumed ever since we found out that Shohei Ohtani's interpreter got busted for illegal gambling and impersonating
that Ohtani
Shohei,
was in on it.
I have assumed that this guy was Shohei's bag man.
Me too.
Do you still feel that way?
Well, not after what I read this morning, but I'll go ahead.
All right.
I'm starting to lean toward maybe he didn't know.
Tisha Thompson, ESPN. Federal prosecutors recommended a 57-month prison sentence today for Ippei Mizuhara, the former interpreter for Shohei Ohtani. They have released audio in which they say it is Mizuhara impersonating Shohei in an attempt to wire money from Shohei's bank accounts. They have him on tape. Mizuhara pleaded guilty to bank fraud and filing a false tax return back in June, and I thought he was taking the fall for Shohei at the time.
I thought, yeah, same.
Says he stole $17 million from Ohtani to pay off gambling debts. How do you rack up $17 million in debts?
I know this is the thing, Mike. I guess when you get so much money, you don't pay attention to it.
But who's taking his bets?
Well, bookie don't give a shit.
Well, the bookies say they thought it was Shohei.
Because he was impersonating
And they
him.
knew he was good.
But how does Shohei not know 17? Again, how do you not know 17 million's missing?
Because you're making a Billy from the Dodgers. Because you ain't paying attention. You've got people that do this for you.
Yeah.
But this is the interpreter. It's not the accountants. It's not the lawyers. It's his interpreter that has access to his business. So they have the guy on record, on voice, calling a bank. According to the prosecutor's filing, Mizuhara called the bank and impersonated Ohtani on 24 different occasions trying to get money wired. In one recording, which was made on February the 2nd, 2022, a bank employee asked Mizuhara to identify himself. The bank employee says on the phone, "Who am I speaking with?" And Mizuhara replied, Shohei Ohtani. Mizuhara told the bank employee that he could not log into his own. He said, "Hey, this is Shohei Ohtani. I'm having trouble logging on to my bank account." Says on the phone, says, "I tried to make a wire transfer a couple of days ago. They told me that's probably the reason they transferred me to this number." And so after Mizuhara recited a 6-digit code that she texted him, for authentication, Mizuhara told the woman on the phone he needed to get $200,000 for a car loan. The agent goes, "What is your relationship to the payee?" He goes, "He's my friend." So he tried to pose as Shohei, I need money for my friend Mizu, but it was Mizu on the phone.
Yeah. So this guy didn't have power of attorney then?
No.
I wonder, did Shohei fire him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're not boys anymore.
No. This he's been locked up all this time.
I thought Shohei was in on it, but now I'm starting to realize this dude was just a creep.
This guy was a creep, but I'm not willing to just accept that Shohei didn't know a little bit.
Why? Because he's Asian?
No, because I
Asians
think
like to
Shohei
gamble?
I think Shohei Ohtani likes to gamble.
That's what I'm saying. Because he's Asian, he likes to gamble?
No, not because he's Asian. Because he has $1 billion. He's a ball player.
No, I know.
So the interpreter pretended to be him on the phone. I'd like to hear this audio.
You know what's crazy, man? People in these situations that steal from these celebrities or entertainers,
Yeah.
dude, just be comfortable living a good life and keep the job for 50
You're
years.
Shohei Ohtani's
Dude,
interpreter.
what is it? Like, one, you can't be a degenerate gambler, but two, what's wrong with making a couple million a year
Nothing.
for 50 years? You got to
Unbelievable.
remember, you're going to be with Shohei during this $700 million contract.
Mm-hmm.
When he's done and he's doing all these damn endorsements, you messed up a great thing for some short-term money that you don't even have anymore.
Right. Now you're going to go get locked up in federal prison for the next 5 years.
People
Cam
are
Newton.
stupid.
Cam Newton's in the news. Says he's having trouble handling civilian life. You mentioned Cam earlier.
What up, Cam?
Poor Cam, whose nickname has been Ass for the last 3 years because of that idiot
That kid, yeah.
So Cam appeared on a television show, Special Forces, World's Toughest Test on Fox.
Did you see him jump on that helicopter?
That was badass.
That dude's still strong as shit. That wasn't easy.
But he says
Get to the chopper!
He says after it was over, he was humbled because he couldn't keep up with actual soldiers.
Of course not.
So last night, the episode premiered with Cam in it. It's a show in which recruits are asked. So what his particular show, he was tasked with unlocking a laptop from a safe after gas masks were removed with noxious CX gas present in the room. So unhack this computer and do it with no gas mask. Cam says, when I came to the NFL, the pressure living up to what people's expectation was, it was extremely hard. Now it's like being away from football. That's hard. I'm trying to find out a lot about who I am now. I found out a lot about myself going on the show. and I realized I'm not as strong as I thought I was. There's so many different dimensions of life that I'm not good at. It's not just the physical, the mental. He's struggling with not making a lot of money. He says, I got exposed on this TV show.
You didn't get exposed, bro. Those dudes are different.
That was badass.
Yeah, those dudes
climbing
are
that
like
chopper.
Rangers, SEALs,
There's
Green Berets. Like, they're different. Like,
different.
you're not supposed... Playing NFL and being a Ranger, two totally different. They can't play in the NFL.
You can't
and
be
you
a
can't
Ranger.
be a Ranger.
No.
Now, you shouldn't hang your head about
No,
that.
Cam says, I need to work on myself. Okay, dude. See, he's always been an overthinker.
Yeah.
Remember, he went 2 years where he became a vegan and he lost 25 pounds of muscle and he sucked.
Someone else did that.
So this is Yahoo Entertainment. Despite the incredible dangers of the task, the other celebrity contestants watched in shock as Cam jumped and managed to pull himself up from a landing gear onto a helicopter.
He did a muscle up once he jumped onto the copter, and everybody was like, oh, like you saw the glimpses of him being a superhuman athlete. Still can't be a Ranger.
Yeah.
Right.
Cam also previously shared on the show that he's dealing with feelings of inadequacy due to no longer being able to provide for his 8 children financially the same way he did when he was in the NFL. Well, first of all, you had 8 children. That's expensive.
And second of all, I feel some gamemanship for the court of law. Some of them women may be asking. So some of them women may be asking for raises, and you playing the card that I ain't got it.
Oh, well, he says here, quote, I'm going into a different phase of my life that's going to require a different form of myself. Being in the NFL, everyone knows there's a large sum of money that comes to you in a short span of time, and being away from the game for 3 years, those checks don't come in the same. Like, I got 8 kids. It hurts me knowing that I can't provide like I once did. It hurts thinking that I'm Superman, but in reality, I'm just a man.
Child support court.
Well, that's
you ain't fooling me, Cam.
It's good that
You ain't fooling
I'm
me.
just a man. You were still just a man who made 8 babies, who probably should have
Hey,
made
dog.
half.
Yeah, like I ain't trying to hear it, bro. That's child support. That screams child support court, and I ain't mad at him.
Hey, thanks everybody that reached out to me yesterday. I mentioned that my daughter's looking for a job. I had 4 or 5 people wanting to hire her. I appreciate that.
Anything worth it?
I'm just gonna anything I get, I'm gonna forward it to her and let her handle that. I help cast the line, but she got to reel them in. That's on her.
Yeah.
All right, 5:00 today.
Yeah.
Slackers 281,000 Oaks.
Giveaways and celebrations and thank yous.
Matt says he looked it up. Cam made $133 million bucks. Boo freaking who?
He ain't
You don't have that.
child support court.
That's
Keep your
it.
prayer.
We're done. We'll see
you
y'all
tonight.
today. Slackers 281 in Thousand Oaks. 5:00. Come hang out, drink a beer with us. I'm going to bring the Super Bowl pot. Y'all can start filling in the squares today. It's
Yeah, let's do
$5 a square. Going to be cool. All right. Love y'all hard. See you today at 5:00.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.